What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We're going to watch What If Season 2, Episode 6. Season's been good so far. Been great. Way better than Season 1. Nothing has quite reached the heights yet. Emotionally, I would say, of the Doctor Strange one. But dang, animation and overall consistency, I'm impressed with this season. I gotta say, Coy, I'm impressed. You impressed?
I think Phase 3 and 4 of Marvel have highs and lows that rival Phases 1 and 2, but 1 and 2 are more consistent. This is Phase 1 and 2 quality.
Yeah, man, this is great stuff. Great
really
stuff.
Vibing.
You know, it's great, too, if you guys tell us what you think of Episode 6. Tell me what you think of the characters, what I'll say. Maybe I spoiled it, Coy. But tell us in the comments, guys. Leave a like. Don't think anymore. Don't think anymore. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe and click this notification bell. You know my reaction for the next episode is up. Did you figure it out?
I think it's the new character.
Yeah, sorry.
Took me a second.
Didn't know
I
how
was like,
else to disguise it.
1602.
Thanks to Prepper for helping us edit down these highlights. Also, full-length Gretchen watch along where you sync up with your own copy of What If available. It's the first time it happened. Super Sexy Rejects over at our Patreon page. Thank you to all who have been joining us, even for this What If journey. You guys have been awesome. Possum. That's the best way to support this channel. Let's do it, Coy.
Asgard's nightmares, the same in many realities. The flames of Ragnarok. Odin entrusted the Tesseract to a village on Earth after achieving an age of peace.
Whoa, look at that animation.
So
dang.
Fire came for Asgard before he had the chance.
Whoa, Surtur. Wow. Whoa!
This is sick.
Why does this look so epic? Damn!
Cool.
They threw this as arcane.
The destruction of Asgard would lead to new wonders from a single ember of the past. The Tesseract survived Ragnarok.
Okay.
Find a new home in a new world.
Oh, the new world. That's cool.
I wonder if Americans made this episode. Real Americans, white Americans.
Oh, right. The Americans. There's only one American I know of.
Yeah.
It's more than a linear path.
Said Benedict Cumberbatch was in this episode. Who's he playing?
One of the real Americans.
Sherlock.
That British man.
One of the real Americans.
Man, I love corn. Maize.
I don't like corn.
You don't like corn?
I don't like corn.
Dude, on the cob by itself with butter and
like
potatoes.
Oh my God.
On the cheese.
Not a fan.
Oh man, corn on the cob is one of my favorite things to eat.
Little in the comments, you guys like corn?
Hey, what do you think about corn? Let us know.
I have to read.
This is America. We don't read
You
here.
speak English in my show.
Yeah.
Wata? Okay. Wata. Oh, like water. Okay.
Kahhori, I think is the new character, right?
Kahhori. They're all technically new
I
characters.
mean, that's true. The one there,
Yeah, but
I think is going to be an echo.
I know what you're saying. Sorry. Don't want to be that guy. Wowza. I wonder what specific language you're speaking. Tesseract power.
What's the sky world to them?
That's not the American way.
No, it's not, frankly.
So far, I love the choice to do this because this feels very refreshing.
And so different than the pace and where it is in the season. It's just after halfway.
Don't trust the ducks. They bring bad luck. Our people!
They look happy.
Oh, Spaniards?
They conquistadored first, right?
So is this episode of What If settlers didn't wipe out most of a race of people and take over their land?
Not sure Americans would make that story. What if we didn't horribly ruin a nation.
That allowed us to make this story you're watching today.
Oh, Decoy Lake.
Decoy.
Hey. Oh, kill them before they find out.
Go in the lake. Yo, I think you're right. I think whatever's in this lake, the powers and stuff, is going to link to Echo. I think you're
100%.
I think you're absolutely right about that. Damn, some blood. Wow. The structures are gorgeous.
Whoa.
Destiny awaits you. It's like there's no water around her.
Because we don't know when the Tesseract first came to Earth, so
Fair.
it could still be useful in the canon.
Whoa, they like embrace it. So the sky world is like an actual plane.
After the fall of Asgard,
Fascinating.
the Tesseract took on a second life among Kahhori's ancestors,
Remember, all the ancestor stuff in the Phase 4 has been very thorough.
gifting its power to the lake. Warriors, adventurers, and other noble tribespeople disappeared.
Like constellations.
Greed and grief ignited a terrible battle amongst the surrounding nations. Peace was made, and the lake's blood-soaked shores were deemed cursed, deterring all from returning to it.
Interesting.
Keeping it safe.
All but one.
Cool.
Gordon waga jonder on ne adun het sa gwegun wada wayats ne honega ohunza ne non dewak ne adun het serda odis ton serdayon dewa tawa goises eguni gunra dani.
So much about elements of life.
Ne ia tardas Quatoga yordi wanderagwad was such the nega no ho ane nega nosne yate gane gio ona Gunner de tona eardi
Onakti askahtandi. Hagenatagun. Wahadine de Gardi. Wahda.
Kahhori yaton.
You can't.
I don't know if it's a one-way street.
That's where Benedict Cumberbatch comes in handy.
Portals.
Maybe they shouldn't put Benedict Cumberbatch in the title.
It does kind of give us a place to wait for.
Yoskat si gurun yade si jotkun de yoton zohungan.
La reina de España. He venido a reclamar la fuente de la juventud.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That makes sense.
¿Dónde está?
He is sinister. I really appreciate that they put most of this in a different language.
All of it so far except the opening, right?
Yeah.
And 2 different languages.
Zio hunza e where they are sayat again Kahhori.
Is the implication that the Watchers connected to these people?
That'd be interesting. Seemed like the eyes.
Skontorunas. Easy. Osat kato zigat sats de gone. So way on that ne.
Mary Sue. She learned fast in our
That's it.
requisite 30-minute episodes.
Too much power too fast.
Ezo radi wahodan yonda. Kwe yate hodi goyo. Zodzi inu ne yung garden day.
Can't you build something to get to the portal?
Or pull her with the telekinesis, right? And then... Oh, there you go. Maybe not.
Huh?
Nail it. Nail it.
Ne Tony Jordan, ne amhaga erdi.
Ouch. Absolutely beautiful. I love the use of variety of colors.
And the painting style is really cool.
They really threw down for a different style for this one.
Sony gone. Gardiwes ona yung gane gundo.
But it doesn't feel alien to the style. It blends nice.
Yeah, Good call.
Ane kahisua. Yung tawago.
Yati yung eso. No na uwa ka hot cats ko ro di na kwa.
Wowza.
Armadillo Buffalo.
Oh, that leaves trail. Look at that. It's like speedsters.
Cool.
What a fascinating new aspect of the world to incorporate into Marvel. Join alongside them. It's a great sense of like landscape and scale, man. It feels like scopic. There's depth to all this.
Good point, yeah.
Wow.
Whoa! She Dark Knight flipped that animal.
Oh, cool.
Pick up those 5 big ones.
Ano de ganzi na wada yerde?
I feel like no one ever runs into a conflict here.
Seems chill. It's a nice place.
Yung wezone.
She's forgotten all about the people suffering back home.
I got these shiny jewels.
Why does she have such a special power?
She's the new Marvel character. That looks weirdly delicious.
Fuente de la juventud. ¿Quién quiere ser el primero en alcanzar la gloria de la inmortalidad?
I would love the reveal that Benedict Cumberbatch is playing him.
We've been waiting this whole time. He's playing a Spanish voiced character.
Salid ahora.
This episode's doing a very interesting job of capturing the horrors and wonders of this exploration.
Also, like our blind belief in things. Like, you don't know shit about that water.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'd still jump into it.
La fortuna nos aguarda. Cargad las armas.
the depth of the animation still so impressive.
I feel like they threw down their best work on this one. For animation, I'm talking. Probably because like they're introducing a whole new element and new characters.
Sure.
They had to make it really count. Also, there's a level of delicacy and sensitivity to
the world, so it adds to that.
Yeah. No. He's like Thomas and Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Get down. Oh, Neo.
She is the one. She is the one.
She's got all the powers.
Kahhori.
Don't use these powers for evil. There's no talking with these people.
Kahhori.
That's weird. What a weird concept.
Oh, it's trying to help her get home. Bring the portal to you.
Use this power for good. Plot-wise, I do think it
cool.
It's really cool. It's beautiful, and I love a lot of what they're doing. But damn, she is moving along the superpower speed really fast.
Oh yeah, that she just learned that she had them.
One thing about it, that's
she
like
just pulled that portal down.
Yeah. We can't take these guys on.
Yeah, why would they want to leave?
I feel like Echo's going to be connected to her bloodline.
Yeah, I definitely think this connects.
I don't feel like her character will be in live action, but I think her character will connect to her bloodline.
Like years, generations ago, ancestors.
Yeah.
Or the legend of Kahhori influences her.
Take revenge.
It's what heroes do.
I mean, save people.
Yeah.
But also murder.
Violence and blue.
Give us our release. This is Kahhori Unchained. Ooh.
That's cool.
Again, the horrors and wonders. They're really good at capturing it.
The unknown. Woo! I got dead.
Whoa, she's like Sauron.
Look at the
Lord of the Rings.
shots.
Damn.
That's so cool from her over-the-shoulder POV. That's badass.
Oh my god, even like the elements, the great sound design on this episode too.
I
just
love the
how
over-the-shoulder POV.
Everything's going on in the background.
Yeah, the depth is the deepest I've seen.
Oh, that's messed up.
You guys are, you're literally cannon fodder, guys.
Wow, this music is beautiful.
She slowed it.
The melancholy is very much underscored. I will say, even though she got her powers quick, and she's like
Still invested.
I'm still so emotionally invested in her. That's the ironic
It's very
part.
impressive, yeah.
Normally that gets me away from being invested, but I'm very invested in her character.
Whoa, that's a cool image.
Lead the rebellion. Oh my god.
Cool.
Stop his face in.
I didn't know if they'd come. That's cool.
Wow, it is like a catharsis what if scenario.
Yeah.
If they got rid of the settlers.
Burying the conquistadors. What if?
Then we wouldn't have the show.
That's true. Or any of this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Smash his face in. Just had a bunch of spit come out of my mouth.
Just decimate them. Worth
Stays
it.
in the video. Damn. Look at that. Now you guys are buried in there. I really hope they got like actual Native American people to consult on this.
Kahhori. Dundase. Dano dakea dahawene unquadaran su. Concho qua guego unquaqueda.
Unity.
All the skill they developed from buffalo hunting.
Kahhori's victory wasn't because she merely chose the right path, because she remained true to her course, unwavering in the face of both devastation and miracles alike.
Hell yeah.
Is often what burns brightest, what elevates an individual to something more.
This feels more like a Disney animation than Disney animation lately.
Yes. Good point.
Nadie ha regresado. Me temo que no podemos seguir. Ha perdido el nuevo mundo.
Who's this guy?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
¿Qué nación está robando de mis territorios? ¿Quién osa desafiarme?
The people whose nation you're trying to take.
Just invaded yours. And they'd be so superstitious. Those people would be like terrified.
¿Osáis amenazarme a mí?
Aquí por vuestro trono. El mundo es rico y próspero.
She learned Spanish.
Digo, somos quienes para reclamarlo. Pensamos que nuestra salud depende de vuestra salud.
Trying to say that they should work together.
¡Bájenme! ¡Bájenme! ¡Os ordeno!
Love that symbolism.
Firmaremos la paz. O no habrá futuro para vuestro pueblo.
The miracles of the sky world to bring peace to their neighbors.
Bravo!
There he is.
World peace in record time. Sure, that'll last, but I digress. And I've been looking for you for a long time.
That's how she gets recruited. Not by a good Benedict.
Don't worry, we'll only use Benedict in the thumbnail. We need to get a white man in there
The Conqueror.
to get the views.
Is he not supreme? The Whiteman?
Oh, jeez. Wow. Holy balls. You know, we watched a lot of What If today, but what's really made it easy is the clothes were wearing.
He's not wrong. We're comfortable.
I find my transitions more amusing than anyone else.
As the comfort of the day is resting completely on these. Oh, that's incredible.
Mohawk Nation.
Who collaborated like we had hoped.
Yeah, seriously. What I would say is collaborating with other artists to help bring animated shirts to life
is the deepest collaboration you could hope for.
At rejectnationshop.com is a great way to look good and support the Chanel.
And be comfortable.
You know what I'm saying?
5 hours, great. 6 hours. We're deep in.
Where are we at? It doesn't matter at this point.
It doesn't matter.
What is time in the multiverse?
Nothing.
In the TVA?
We're all trapped in it.
Coy.
Yeah.
I think you should go first.
As the whiter of us. All right. Here we are. I liked the world building. I did.
Are you trying to steal the show?
Yep, I'm going to conquer.
Are you trying to take away?
I'm going to first.
Are you trying to claim ownership over what was portrayed here now?
I did this. This is my victory. This episode.
Oh boy.
I really enjoyed the world building, and both visually and that it was like so full of depth that you could see the world, and I really enjoyed the feeling of exploration because of the depth, right? Like it not only had a story that was exploratory, and you mentioned a few times the fear and the intensity and the adventure sense, but also by using the animation to paint more detail in the depth, it also felt like you were exploring not only narratively but visually, and I thought that was really interesting because it's a story about exploration, and I found myself not only being curious about the characters, narrative exploration, but visually exploring the background. And I'm sure that was conscious, but I don't know if I've ever noticed it so pointedly, where I was distracted by the foreground and background being disparate, and then I found myself noticing it and then thinking, oh, that's cool because it ties into what exploration would feel like, and that making the whole feeling more immersive. So I dug that. Character, I did obviously have the 30-minute problem of having to develop who the character was, have the origin story, get the power strong enough to take on the villain, have a conclusion. That's not fair to any character. It did obviously have to move along fairly quickly, but I did really enjoy that the powers felt so magical. They felt so part of the earth, but like really there was a spirit to it that I really dug. So even though the power acquisition and use was far too fast, I did really enjoy the tangibility of that wonder.
So what I heard from that was looking at all that open land and the depth that you wanted to
take it over.
That land.
No, for me. I want to go all back there and up here. Foreground, mine.
And these people
background,
need
mine.
to go.
As soon as possible.
Because it looks available.
They're cluttering it, frankly. They could move along.
This is a really interesting story to me because, like I'm well educated on the subject because I saw Killers of the Flower Moon
and Pocahontas
and Pocahontas. Which,
the Disney film.
To my understanding, Killers of the Flower Moon, not very accurate. Pocahontas,
documentary.
Extremely accurate.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
Surprised how brave they were.
Truly. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
No, and the love story between those two.
My God, the passion?
I can't believe they absolutely
the mutual passion, the not one directional, the
mutual passion. Oh, jeez.
Dark joke. It's a dark joke.
Of course, we planted in this mood on this episode. It's an interesting story to tell because it's a very rightfully so. It's still a very sensitive subject, as it should be, despite whatever awkward jokes Cohen are making. It's a very serious subject, and then they tell this almost cathartic like story of
world peace.
I was joking about it. Like, what if they didn't conquer?
And then they're like, we're going to do that story.
That's the story
they
telling.
made what if Pocahontas got hurt.
It's like Tarantino telling his like Django story, or like, what if the Glorious Bastards killed Hitler?
Yeah, they did it on a Disney show.
They're doing this. They're actually doing the tale of what if they were imbued with something that allowed them to keep to rival it. But what was neat was they didn't use it through like, typical Western tradition of giving some bows and arrows.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's appropriate their culture just enough to make it about how we perceive them.
They interpreted the Tesseract capabilities as something one with Mother Earth.
Yeah.
That they are like spiritually in tune with and are able to absorb, because it's like, it looks like with the conquistadors, they don't get any absorption.
No, because they're not connected to the world.
Yeah, even when they go into the other realm, they I forget what did they say who the people are, or is it I don't know, like the people who consulted.
I think Mohawk Nation is who they were representing in animation and in real life.
Because I know in Echo it's Comanche Nation,
right?
So this is a different nation. Not all Native American people are the same.
There's not one First Nation.
What? Under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all the people that were conquered.
Kenny, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Kenyan
Kahaka.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, what were we talking about before that? I'm so sorry.
We were talking about
buy a shirt, guys.
Buying shirts, which supports our nation,
supports us,
the Reject Nation,
to talk. To keep doing videos with this quality of caliber.
It is so, if we'd known this was the episode, we would not have been committed to the slap happy. We've been filming for 5 hours version of
the
this.
episode. We should probably
be actually sincere and like focused up. Oh, we're so sorry. But you were talking about how the absorption of the Tesseract was really beautifully tied to the spirit.
Yeah. So I love
the earth.
I love the what they're embodied with the power set to be able to take back what is theirs.
Right.
Rightfully so. And then for them,
that they shared the earth and they said that your health is our health. I thought that was beautiful.
And as much as I made my Tarantino comparisons, Tarantino would have been like, we're killing everyone.
Oh, no. They'd be bloody.
We're going to Spain and we're murdering.
She would have beheaded the queen.
Yeah, it would have been just a violent bloodfest. And then they wanted peace.
Because
really
their health is your health, which ties into the earth.
That was such a beautiful sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of beauty here. And I do think on the animation level, this is when they decided we have to do our best. It's already been great and far exceeding season 1. And what they did here was superb. Like this felt, we're often hearing about Disney animation not feeling that grand or feeling like Disney animation.
This felt grand.
This felt like Disney animation. Like this is a real short film we're watching.
Do you know how we've talked about how Age of Ultron was the first thing Disney acquired, and then they
how we talked about the mic thing, and
I was like, doing anyway.
It's not a toothpick. it's
remember,
it's literally in everyone's ear when you're playing with it.
Do you remember in Age of Ultron when Pocahontas, not Pocahontas, the Pinocchio song, Age of Ultron uses it, which fits for the narrative story, but everybody was like, oh, the Disneyfied Age of Ultron. Remember that era? And ever since, there's been the occasional Disney thing, and every so often I'm like, ooh, that does feel Disney. I say this in reverse. This is a compliment. This was really cool because it felt like a Disney story in Marvel in a positive way. Not that they muddled Disney or that Disney muddled Marvel. This felt like a beautiful union of Disney animation that from our childhood and a Disney story, but with Marvel allowing it to be a little bit more, it's got an edge to it because of how it ended. And it felt like, a superhero story. This felt like what Disney and Marvel would happen in organically. And that was really cool.
Some people will immediately jump on the fact because it's a female character too, of like we were criticizing the whole thing of her learning really fast, right? But still managing to be emotionally invested in the character. Let's not forget Doctor Strange shows up at the end of this episode and he learned pretty freaking fast.
Yeah.
So, she learned a little faster. But
20 minutes. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? It's 20 minutes. And I think what's really neat about it is, I think you said in the trailer reaction of how like Harley Quinn was invented for Batman the Animated Series, and now it's from character in the comics, and I feel like we could do the same thing with her. And we're often hearing about, why are you gender swapping or race swapping a character? Just create a new one. Well, now they've done it.
Yeah, here you go.
Now they've created the character and into a multiversal canon that could tie into the main canon in some way. I do think this power set in some way, lineage-wise, can tie, because it can still tie into Echo in some way.
I think it will. Whether it's like a legend, whether it's the other tribe legend, whether it is directly to her, I'm really curious.
1000%.
But I like your parallel there with Harley Quinn, because that's a character I love, especially because her invention ties.
Totally culturally appropriated your parallel.
You did. You took my Irish reference.
I specifically cited that you said
it
in trailer reaction, and then you went, I like that parallel that you said.
Hey, that thing that I said.
Like your parallel.
Man, I like my past theory. No, but like Harley Quinn.
It's a good point you just made, Craig. Where did that come from?
Man, July Coy was smart. No, but like Harley Quinn, I love because it's a character about escaping unlikely odds, and it could have been a gender swapped Joker, but they made her a character that was kind of in a horrible situation because of Joker, and she escapes that. I've always loved the idea of a character being stronger than its invention itself. Like what a powerful thing that a character exceeded its medium. What a powerful thing that a character is able to, and in this case, it beautifully mirrors the character itself. Like Harley Quinn escaped the shackles of being just a TV sidekick to the Joker, and she escaped narratively by being stronger than the Joker and able to leave that oppression. I would love if a story about a First Nation character that is telling the story of what if they weren't all destroyed gets to be a true First Nation hero, because so many of those people didn't get the chance to exist in modern day. There are still, obviously, First Nation people and Indigenous folk to this day, but the scale is so astronomically small because of the atrocities this is saying what if didn't happen. So I'd love if similarly there was an opportunity for a presence that isn't around in day-to-day life to the scale it should be by having a character that gets to represent a nation of people that doesn't have a voice heard as much.
Yeah. I thought this was a really well done episode. Overall, guys, I've been
really loving what
I thought this would feel like a chore.
We've texted a lot this week about all right,
I was like,
see you
should we
then.
just skip it?
Yeah, especially with like the holidays.
And maybe this won't get views or whatever, but
I've been enjoying it.
In terms of our experience,
we've had fun.
I've had fun doing this with you. We still got a few more to go, and I've had fun not just because we're filming together, but because it's genuinely been surprisingly. It's not just better. It is.
It's a caliber higher.
What is it? A metaphor for another franchise where it's like, wow, it was okay, and now it's like a whole new caliber of. This is not just better. It is reached a whole new terrain of just great. I know other franchises have done that.
All the ones I think are genre changes. Alien is good. Aliens is different, but like they're both good. I can't think of something that like.
Oh God, why can't?
Because we've been filming for 5 hours.
There's so many that I've done, and I just can't think of
so many sequels that are better than the original.
Yeah, where you're just like, wow, no, you should just watch this one. I can't think of any right now.
Very tired. Oh, Parks and Rec season 2.
That's a fair. Yeah,
because Parks and Rec season 1 is good, but Parks and Rec season 2 gets great.
All right, guys. Yeah, there you go. This is the Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec of Marvel. You're welcome, Star-Lord. It is the Parks and Rec. Bring it all back to Chris Pratt.
Parks and Rec.
It surely is the Parks and Rec season 2 of Marvel television. Guys, we need a nap.
I gotta record.
It's as bold. You scheduled a bold day.
Then I gotta edit.
Woo!
Just a bad. Normally, my forever made it this far. Normally, it's like 2 hours of shooting and then a bunch of computer work for like
I've been here over 5 hours,
and now it's the inverse. It's like a few hours of editing and just a whole bunch of filming because I want to have Christmas Day.
Have a Christmas day.
But
hope
hey,
you had a good
what
Christmas
better
day.
thing to power through than stuff like this?
This has been great.
Still grateful to have you all here. Thanks, Chloe, for joining me. Say bye now.
Bye.